If you love $9 Monday and $2 Tuesday, you're really going to appreciate our new Throwback Thursday when all daily packages are slashed in half. Yes, you heard right at both WagerTalk.com and SportsMemo.com. All Thursday daily packages are now 50% off. This means that a 4% package will be only $12.50. A 5% top-rated play, normally priced at $35, will be only $17.50. And the hottest sales item of the day, get a full day of access from the handicappers of your choice. That's one day of every applicable play they release, including any 5% best bets, normally priced at $39, for only $19.50. The best part is you can come back every Thursday to take advantage of this limited time 50% off spring off.
Welcome into the NBA Tip-Off Show here at WagerTalk TV. I'm Megan Payton. Join alongside me today for our panel. We have Jay Money, Skee Profit, Teddy Covers, all here to break down 10 games of NBA slate on the slate for today. It's going to be just 2 games tomorrow as MLB gets ramping right back up, but we've got a lot to discuss. A contrarian play, overtime, totals, best bet, dogs, all here at the Tip-Off Show. Let's go around the horn and hear what our panel has going on at WagerTalk or at YouTube. Teddy Covers, start us off. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I got no complaints. Well, I got some complaints. I had a lousy night last night, but the NBA's been real good for a real long time. What's the truth? I lost last night. I did. I had a crummy night last night. Crummy? I had a crappy night last night. I had a lousy night last night, whatever you want to call it. But I'm still, 19-9 with my last 28, and I've hit better than 60% in the NBA over the last 13 months. So it's okay. I have a single best bet available for the clients today over at WagerTalk or SportsMemo.com, but don't buy it. You'll get it here for free.
Hey, always looking for a good deal, Teddy. A bounce back night that is going to be this Wednesday. Jay Money, you have a great YouTube show, NBA Talk with Jay. Talk to us a little bit about what that is.
Yeah, so we just give out NBA picks every single day. Basically go over every single game as well. Talk about our best bets. We had our guy Skee on there as well. Had Teddy on last Friday as well, man. So just trying to get some cash every single day for the people. Been 8-0 the last couple of days, so just trying to keep that going. And every day is a bounce back day. Even coming off some wins, man. Still trying to get some wins the next day as well. So let's do it.
Absolutely. Skee Profit, you just joined Jay Money on the show earlier today. I love that you've got Wager Talk family all around on the NBA Talk show on YouTube. Skee, how are you and what do you have going on at Wager Talk?
I'm doing well. The last 7 days, I've won 26 of 38 plays, so I'm happy with that. Off of a 4-0 sweep yesterday, so trying to keep that going here today. And I have a 5% top play in the NBA that goes tonight. And also, if you want to look ahead, I have a 5% top play in the NHL that goes tomorrow. And I'm currently 4-0 in NHL so far this season. So looking forward to these big plays.
Let's try to get some bets out of this on the NBA Tip-Off Show. 10 games on the slate. We're on that final push for the playoffs, for the play-in. The games matter. It's getting competitive. We're going to start with the contrarian play of the day. The gods say Mavs +4. Dallas Mavericks at Philadelphia 76ers. Tip-off 7:40 Eastern. Sixers -4. Total 232. This is a spiraling down Mavs team. They sit 11th in the West. Not only are they fighting for a playoff spot, they're fighting for a play-in spot. This is going to be a tough matchup out in Philly against one of the top teams in the East. Skee, are you rolling with the gods, Dallas +4?
Yeah, this is a tough one, but I think I'll have to side with the contrarian gods for this game just because Philly, you have James Harden just kind of coming back from a little bit of an injury, and I'm not sure that Joel Embiid will be out there either. And for Dallas, it looks like maybe a team that's trying to come together and get their things to get everything back on track. So they need the game more than Philadelphia needs the game. And at this part of the season, I want to be playing on the more motivated team. So Dallas with the better offense, I think they can stay in this game and keep it close, if not win outright.
Embiid questionable with that calf injury that took us from seeing one of the great matchups we were expecting to see against Denver. Jokic versus Embiid. We did not get to see that one. Embiid questionable, Harden questionable, and this Philadelphia 76ers team seems to be locked in at the 3 spot, maybe not as much motivation as a Dallas team. However, the Mavericks have the 3rd worst cover record in the NBA this season. Jay Money, how do you approach this one? Contrarian gods say Mavericks +4.
Yeah, this is one that I'd have to ride with contrarian gods with as well. I mean, Mavs here getting points, the more desperate team. You said it, they're on the outside looking in a play-in tournament. It's going to be pretty embarrassing if they miss the playoffs, which I do think it's a very good chance that happens. You still have to look at it mindset-wise. All the motivation is on the Mavs side here. You might not see Embiid play in this game, right? They just don't. They're not really a sense of urgency to win right now, and they're trying to stay healthy for the playoffs in this one. I could only look towards the Mavs here, plus 4. I agree with the contrarian gods here.
And if Embiid is out, you're going to be missing out on your leading scorer who averages over 33 points per game. Advantage for the Mavs here. The Sixers have been able to play good defense, though, during this time with Embiid and Harden dealing with injuries. That's going to be difficult for a Mavs team that's dead last in offensive rebounds. I find it a little bit difficult to roll with the gods here. Teddy, what's your play?
I don't know what to do with this game. I don't know. And it doesn't sound like, I mean, both these guys gave like a crying call to the Dallas. Look, we don't know if Harden or Embiid are going to go yet. All right. So it's a different mentality for Philadelphia if those guys are in the lineup or not. If they're not, I mean, I'm not saying it's a throwaway game. They covered last time without them in the lineup, but this time, obviously, they're favored. They got to win by margin. And from a quote-unquote motivational standpoint, we're not hearing any of that from Doc Rivers right now. We're hearing from Doc Rivers right now. I love our team, and I'm going to keep saying it. We're not worried. We got to respect everyone, but we like our team. We've just got to get healthy. Everything's about being healthy for the playoffs for Philly. So there is no urgency on that side, and there's certainly urgency for the Dallas side. I don't know if Dallas is any good or not. You know, I mean, they just ran past Indiana. Is that a buy sign? It might well be, and if it is, you know, then there may well be money to be made with the Dallas Mavericks over the back 10 days of the regular season, but one win over Indiana doesn't get me buying Dallas yet. You know what I mean? Maybe they win tonight. We'll think about it. No strong opinion.
Urgency might just not be enough for this Mavericks team that seems to be a mess offensively, especially. The 76ers, though, have lost 3 in a row. 76ers -4. Contrarian gods say roll with the Mavs +4. That game tips off at 7:40 Eastern. Let's switch over to our featured game of the night. We have the Minnesota Timberwolves at the Phoenix Suns. Tip off 10:10 Eastern. Suns lane 5, total 234.5. The return of Kevin Durant. KD missed 10 games, leaving with a left ankle sprain. He hasn't been playing since March 8th, got hurt during pregame warmups. And now you've got Durant back. This is a player that can turn your team into a top 10 offense. You add in a healthy, full-go Devin Booker, you're looking at a top 5 offense for this Phoenix Suns team. This is his first game home as a Phoenix Sun. He won the 3 games since the trade. Kevin Durant back. I like the Suns here. Teddy covers. What's your play in this one?
Oh no, we're not going to lay with Phoenix. This is sports betting 101. All right, the star comes back, the other team steps up. Your own team lets down. It's we see it happen every day. LeBron just came back for LA. What happened? First game back, waxed at home. So we already don't want Phoenix for tonight. But when you look at the Minnesota side of the equation, this T-Wolves team, real quiet. They've been making me money. They've been making me good money. Look at Minnesota as road dogs on the highway. Look at the teams they've been beating. Not once, not twice. Like 8 times over the last month, winning at Sacramento, at Golden State, at the Knicks. The game they lost in double overtime against Chicago was the one loser. You know, and they had the bad game at Toronto. But at Atlanta, they win. At LA, they win. At the other LA, they win. And on down the line. This team's been making their backers money in this road dog roll at Memphis. Since the All-Star break. I have them in my pocket tonight. No Phoenix for me. I like the Minnesota side in this one.
Teddy, I'm all over Minnesota, but it's very difficult for me to bet against a team that's now getting one of the most lethal shooters in the NBA, which is Kevin Durant. He had 37 points in his last game against the Mavericks. However, Minnesota has won 4 straight. I'm tied. I don't know what to do here. Jay, what's your thought?
Yeah, the Suns have covered 5 straight meetings between the two, but I'm kind of with Teddy on this one, man. The Wolves have been playing too nice for me to bet against them. Obviously, the KD, well, I do think it gives a jolt to the team. It does kind of mix up the lineups, but they need him out there. I'll tell you that because they struggle without him out there, especially when they were missing Aiden as well. But looks like they'll have Aiden, KD in this one. We know it's hard to guard Booker and KD at this. I mean, you damn near need to double team both of them, and that's just impossible here. So the only way I could look here, I'd look towards an under. I could see this being a playoff style type of game. And like I said, with the Suns getting a jolt of energy, I think that the players will want to play defense here as well. We know the Wolves are going to bring the defense. They just held the Golden State Warriors to 96 points at their house, and they just went under with the fast-paced Sacramento Kings team as well. So I'd have to look towards the full game under 234.5 here. I think that's the best play instead of trying to mess with the spread.
I promise I'm not trying to disagree with you guys on everything here, but I was leaning towards the over because they've split the wins the last two matchups between the Suns and the Timberwolves, but the over has cashed the last 2 times. The Suns are 6-7 to the over in their last 7. Skee, do you have a lean for total or side in this matchup?
I would look more towards the side, and I would agree mostly with a few of the points that were made. I know Teddy brought up that you get the superstar back. It's not necessarily a play on. They want to try to maybe force feed him, and it's going to throw off the rhythm of what the team was doing before. And it's not like they've been playing good basketball anyway. This Suns team has lost 6 of their last 9 games, going up against a Minnesota team who's playing really good. They won 4 in a row. So I'd rather play with the team who's hotter, the team who's playing better defense, and I just would rather have the Minnesota side in my pocket. But even more than that, I think I like Anthony Edwards over his 3.5 assists. Maybe more than a few games ago, he was challenged by the coach, and he pretty much told him, we're a better team when you're facilitating and you're using your strengths to create opportunities for others. And we've seen him increase his assists since then. So over 3.5 seems like a fair deal, especially with Karl Anthony Towns back. Gives them other options to help score the ball. So Anthony Edwards over 3.5 assists is probably my favorite play in this game. I lean the Minnesota side. Don't really have a strong opinion about the total.
I tend to buy into these superstar stories, what the media is saying, and this is why you three are the experts. You three are the handicappers coming on, breaking down why we shouldn't buy in to the KD return just yet with Minnesota being very hot. That's our featured game of the night. Let's talk totals. Let's see what we got on the slate for overtime. Overtime matchup, the Milwaukee Bucks at Indiana Pacers tip off at 7:10 Eastern. The opening total was 238. We're currently at 237. Bucks lane 11.5. The trend says over to me. The Bucks have scored 126 or more points in 3 of their last 4 games. The Bucks should be healthy. They might want to rest a couple due to the importance of this game, which isn't much. The over is 4-0 the last 4 meetings. Skee, any thoughts for total on this one?
Yeah, I don't want to be looking at unders in games the Pacers are playing. I think they're giving up close to 125 points per game the last 2 weeks. Just not really any defense being played. They want to run up and down the court, try to score as fast as they can before the other team sets up defensively because their offense kind of stinks too. So up-tempo game versus a Bucks team who definitely can score, and I don't think they're going to be interested in defense tonight because they have a more important game coming up very, very soon. So I can't talk anybody off of an over here. I know the Pacers are also bottom 5 defending the 3 so far on the season. Only way I can look is up and over the total in this game.
The Bucks on the first leg of a back-to-back. They take on the Boston Celtics tomorrow at home. A much more important game when we talk playoffs and seedings. Now, one under trend I'll look at, Teddy. As an away favorite, the Bucks are 62.5% on the under. We can always find a trend that matches what we want, but do you have a lean total here?
So these two teams played like a week ago, 2 weeks ago? It was a pretty embarrassing game for Milwaukee. 139-123 at home against Indiana. The Pacers hit just about everything in that contest. It was recent enough that I think the Bucks are going to remember it. No Halliburton for the Pacers this evening. He's officially been ruled out. Nobody healed. They don't have Duarte. That's they're starting backcourt and a key guy off the bench, and we don't know if Miles Turner's going to play. So I don't know where the points come from the Indiana side of the equation tonight. If I'm going to play over, it'll be Milwaukee Bucks team total 124.5, because you've heard these guys say it. There's not a whole lot of defense being played on the Indiana side these days, and I would expect Milwaukee, even though they have Boston tomorrow, to pay attention here. Maybe first half, that type of scenario. Second half of this game, it might be garbage time, start to finish. First half over, Bucks team total over. Those make sense to me.
Teddy, I completely agree. 124 for the team total for the Bucks. Bucks have averaged 126 or more the last 3 of 4 games. For the Pacers, they're going to be without Halliburton. Buddy Hield is out. Miles Turner questionable. J Money, what's your thoughts here?
Yeah, it's still, when you find a team that's not going to go to the playoffs, these are kind of Super Bowl type of spots. So I still expect the Pacers to put up some points here. I could only look towards the over in this game. I do not expect the Bucks to bring their best defensive effort, even though they have revenge. Obviously, they just want to win the game, right? You can let the Pacers get that win, right? We want tomorrow versus Boston. I just don't really see a focused effort here. So I could only look towards the over. The Bucks still will get their points and still get over their team total as well. But I do think the Pacers score enough in this one. And we know with as Turner does sit, that's going to be easy buckets all day in the paint for the Bucks as well. So Bucks might put up 130 here on their own. I can only look towards the over in this game.
Well, we love to cash in on some overs. That's Bucks Pacers total at 237. With 10 games on the slate, that means that there's 10 dogs on the slate. Part of the NBA tip-off show is getting our panel to find a dog of the day. So let's see who's barking at us today on Wednesday.
That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. And anybody got to say anything, you let me know. That's my dog.
3 double-digit dogs on the slate today. Indiana, Miami, Dallas, Houston, Memphis, San Antonio, Detroit, Chicago, Portland, Minnesota. Those are the dogs of the day. Jay, who's barking at you this Wednesday?
Yeah, I'd have to go with some actual dogs as well. That's the Miami Heat. I think there's some. I think they do have dogs on their team. Jimmy Butler is going to play in this game, coming off 2 straight losses. They got smacked up yesterday versus the Raptors, but before that, they got blown out by 30 points by the Nets as well. We know Jimmy Butler and Julius Randle going back and forth here, so somewhat of a must-win spot for the Heat, where the Knicks are kind of sort of comfortable in the Eastern Conference playoffs. Give me the dog here, the plus 4 points with Miami Heat in a somewhat must-win type of game.
I'm sorry, I'm so distracted. This is the first time that I realized Airbud was one of the dogs on the graphic. Find something new every day. Teddy Covers, what dogs are you eyeing tonight?
Isn't that a great graphic? I every time I watch that graphic. So OKC on the second of back-to-backs without SGA in the lineup should not be laying doubles and not be asked to win by double digits. This one's I've done my best all year to avoid playing on bottom feeders. And this is a situation where, look, you need a dog. This line is too high. All right. This line is way. If you watch OKC without SGA, there's no go-to guy. The ball doesn't move the right way in the fourth quarter during crunch time. If they're not hitting 3-pointers all game from the get-go, and it's tight anyway, it's going to be real hard for them to build margin. They don't play defense. We watched Charlotte. If you were watching last night, Charlotte there was nothing fraudulent about Charlotte going into OKC and beating them. Pistons are live here, plus 9.5. Count me in.
Skee, any dogs eyeing you tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna just agree with Jay Money, and I'll just talk about it from numbers and the system perspective. I agree with everything he had to say, but system says road dogs getting 5.5 or less in conference games on the second of a back-to-back after they lost on the road, and we're excluding the last 2 games where players usually sit, like teams sit them prior to the playoffs. We're looking at a 66% cover rate, and it's about 100 games. So that says to back the Miami Heat plus the points tonight. I think they can get the job done outright. Jimmy Butler, he was sitting yesterday. He's going to be fired up and ready for this game tonight. And I don't be surprised if they win the game outright.
Under 10 games left in the regular season, dogs become winners, and winners will eventually be dogs. That is how it goes in the NBA as we wrap up. It's now time for the best bets section, the best part of the NBA tip-off show. We go around and get our panel's favorite play of the day. The rules are simple. 60 seconds on the clock. They can do whatever they'd like with it, but they have to give us a best bet, and they have to get out in time. Teddy Covers, start us off. Your minute starts now.
So let's talk about the game everyone's interested in tonight. That, of course, being the Utah Jazz and the San Antonio Spurs. Well, look, you can make money with these games like you make money with any game. So it doesn't look like Markkanen's going to go for Utah, which makes this bet even better. I'm seeing Walker Kessler, total PRA at 27.5. If you're not paying attention to Walker Kessler, you should be, because the guy, dark horse, he's not winning Rookie of the Year. He's been as good as any rookie in the league for us in the last month. Key is the usage rates, all right? Put the PRA, he's flown over this number each of the last 2 games. For the month, he's averaging double-digit. He's averaging a double-double for the month. But he's on the floor 30-plus minutes, 8 of the last 10 ball games. I think he'll be there tonight without Markkanen. He'll get his opportunities. The Spurs are depleted up front. Kessler's going to get plenty of rebounds, plenty of good looks at the basket. I like him over PRA and over blocks as well.
Right on time, Teddy. Sometimes the best games to bet on aren't the most attractive, fun games, national broadcast games, and that's what gets you to be a winner ultimately in sports betting. Skee Profit, you have a minute on the clock, and your time starts now.
Yeah, I could use a bet, but all I'll be called is bias, and I'm pretty sure if somebody else likes to play, I'm gonna use anyway. So I'll let them use it.
Take it.
I'm gonna go with Anthony Edwards though. I like him over his 3.5 assists. He averages 4.5 on the season. You're really just asking him to get to his average a little bit more than or less than his average of 4, and he has better people to play with on the court with Cat coming back. So since the coach challenged him, he went over it in 2 games. After that, then he got hurt and he missed it. He only played 8 minutes, and his first game back, he didn't get it. In the last game since then, he has 7 again. So I just think the 3.5 number is way too low. This should be 4.5 easily. So I'll take it until they raise it. Best bet for the day is Anthony Edwards over 3.5 assists.
And I'm going to use this 5 extra seconds to say we've got to start doing some competition on who gets to go first on the best bets, because great minds think alike sometime. Jay Money, I'm sorry if you had to adjust your best bet if Skee took yours, but you have 60 seconds and your clock starts now.
No, I didn't take. He didn't take mine. I will give one though in honor of my guy Skee and Megan. We got to get a little best bet segment for you as well. We want to hear what your best bet is as well, man. But if you guys can go check me out, NBA Talk with Jay Money over on YouTube. Usually going live Monday through Sunday, going over every NBA game, giving out my best bets as well. But for tonight, for the show, something did I actually bet? Only bet 2 plays today, not a whole lot to like. But in honor of my guy Skee, we knew that we were going to be in this game on Sunday, right? Rest advantage for the Lakers in this one. I can go on and on. It's as simple as this. Revenge game J Spot here. Pat Bev want to talk all that stuff. We're gonna see what happens tonight. Give me the Lakers in that one. I did bet them on the money line when it was minus 150, minus 125. But give me Lakers money line for the show, man. They're winning this game, smacking the Bulls up. Let's get some cash tonight.
Great stuff, Jay. With 10 seconds left, I will give you a best bet. I have Karl Anthony Towns over 18.5 points tonight as they take on the Phoenix Suns. I might like the Phoenix Suns to win, but I still like points. All right, that is today's picks recaps from our panel. Great stuff. We always have the dogs of the day, the best bets. Take a screenshot of this so you can go and place your bets after the show. That'll wrap up today's NBA tip-off show here on Wednesday. 10 games on the slate. Final push to playoffs. We appreciate Jay, Skee, and Teddy joining us here. We'll catch you next time on the NBA Tip-Off Show.
If you love $9 Monday and $2 Tuesday, you're really going to appreciate our new Throwback Thursday when all daily packages are slashed in half. Yes, you heard right at both WagerTalk.com and SportsMemo.com. All Thursday daily packages are now 50% off. This means that a 4% package will be only $12.50. A 5% top-rated play, normally priced at $35, will be only $17.50. And the hottest sales item of the day, get a full day of access from the handicappers of your choice. That's one day of every applicable play they release, including any 5% best bets normally priced at $39 for only $19.50. The best part is you can come back every Thursday to take advantage of this limited time 50% off spring offer.